Hi, this is John Harrington with ASMP. I wanted to take a minute to introduce you to Tom Kennedy. Tom is the next executive director of the ASMP. He actually begins his term January 1st, 2015. Tom's got years, decades worth of experience in the photo as a leader, having first been a photographer and then serving 10 years as director of photography at National Geographic, creating and leading the visual team that served the WashingtonPost.com in its initial stages, and serving as a consultant to numerous high-profile media companies. You clearly understand photographers, Tom, and how do you see your experience on the client side of the business informing how you can help ASMP members and as well the entire photographic community?
Well, I'm keenly aware that the photographer's ability to make a living really depends on their strong relationship with the publishers. And I'm really hoping that I can put the photographers and the publishers more together perhaps than they've been in the past, and that they really will understand each other's needs and see that those needs are fully expressed. I have the feeling sometimes that publishers and automatically begin to see any kind of creative talent as in an adversarial way, and it colors the nature of the relationship out of the gate. And I feel like that sometimes the two communities talk past each other and are not being crystal clear about what it is that would make the relationship work best. And so my goal is to really bring that level of discussion to the table and really talk about what are the needs on both sides that must be met in order for the equation to work well. Because to me it makes sense that publishers have a vested interest in making sure that the photographic and creative talent that they're utilizing has the full ability to really perform that way and be that way. And I think if they understand that there may be barriers that get in the way of that, it would seem to me to be logical that you want to remove those barriers.
So what do you think that the value of photography to society as a whole is?
I think the value of photography to society is huge right now and getting bigger every day. I really see a flowering of visual language as a main means of communication between people. And I think photography has a way of making concrete and real and specific things that may be outside the boundaries of a person's individual life experience, but they may be about things that are going to be hugely consequential to that person. So for me, it's all about the idea of using photography as a way of communicating that really expands people's awareness of what's going on in the world and really helps make them understand connections that they might otherwise miss if photography wasn't available as a way of communicating.
So do you see a disconnect in the value that is versus the perceived value of photography by society and photo editors and art buyers?
Well, I think that it's an interesting paradoxical world right now. I think we're at the front end of a communications revolution that's still going to be playing out for many more years to come. And that's why I think it's so critical to really understand where technology is driving media expression. But I think that, to me, the challenge is that on the one hand, photography seems to be ubiquitous and we seem to swim in it, and amateurs have almost the same technological capacity as professionals to create images. I think the difference is that professionals understand the art of storytelling using imagery in a much more sophisticated, beneficial way to the clients that they would work with. And so I don't necessarily think that there should be a race to the bottom and images should be commodified in a way that lumps professional work with amateur work and makes the price points equivalent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So what opportunities do you see for the ASMP in shaping the perception about the value of photography in this reduction in commoditization?
I think that the ASMP has to position itself as an organization that really is changing the perception of professional photographers, that they aren't simply creating a commodity product, but they're really existing as visual solutions providers that provide a crucial link between these organizations and the audiences that they're seeking to reach. I think the challenge for most media organizations right now, and probably true of corporations and nonprofits as well, is simply capturing people's attention and time to consider the messaging that they're receiving. And so visual communication plays a huge role in creating that kind of connection. I see ASMP as very much in the forefront of being able to have that conversation and to really get people excited again about what visual communication entails and what it can offer as a solution.